the Billy Kelleher of it all is very interesting in a sense that, 2 weeks previously, or if not, was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks previously, Billy Kelleher was sending out the statement saying we need to have a parliamentary party
week
meeting.
and a bit. And I thought that was very telling, because didn't Micheál Martin, you said this at our live edition on Electric Pitney the other day, that Billy Kelleher went all the way down to Timoleague to speak to you, but didn't go like 3 miles further to go to Cormacharry to speak to Micheál Martin when he was there.
Well, so to take you behind the scenes of what happened that day, because we like to do that here in the podcast, Micheál Martin was on a meeting of the Coalition of the Willing in relation to Ukraine that day, and he was going to do what's known as a doorstep with the media that afternoon in Timoleague, which is in West Cork, and we were all journalists working in the area were obviously tied into that doorstep with the Taoiseach, and so when Billy Kelleher had something to say, we had to say to him, look, if you want to speak on camera, you've got to come to us, basically, because we couldn't move. So he gets in his car, drives over an hour down to Timoleague, parks around the corner, and while we're doing the doorstep with Micheál Martin, I said, Billy Kelleher is like parked around the corner here, and he's going to come up and talk to us, and he's going to call on you to have a parliamentary party meeting. And Micheál Martin sort of laughed and said, God, I'm only staying over the road. He didn't call in for a cup of tea, and there was a bit of banter back and forth.
This does, of course, create then the follow-on question of what do Sinn Féin do? Because they were still, at least publicly, dithering around whether to run their own candidate, who that candidate might be, whether to back Catherine Connolly.
I think you can detect the tension in Sinn Féin about the direction there. I do think that there has been some feet tapping about what exactly are we going to do here, because they have said in the common refrain every time I've interviewed Mary Lou McDonald or Pierce Doherty, anybody in Sinn Féin has been, we'll get around to it in a couple more weeks, it'll be a couple of weeks time, we'll have an answer for you then. Now they have tied themselves effectively to a timetable, but everybody privately in Sinn Féin that you talk to seems to have a different idea as to what the answer should be.